Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Days at Dogwood Canyon. This episode is going to be about a very exciting topic, female birds. And I have a special guest with us today. And can you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Sure. Hello there. My name is Stephanie Bilkey. I'm a member of the Galbatrosses, and also I'm the Senior Manager of Conservation Science with Audubon Great Lakes, and I'm based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, so fun. I love the name Galbatrosses. I just love that. In May, we're going to be celebrating Female Bird Day. What made you look at having a female bird day? What inspired you to do that, and why are you doing it?
Yes, well, it all came about with a group of coworkers through the National Audubon Society that one of our members of the Galbatrosses, Prabita Saha, had this idea at first that to bring attention to female birds by participating in the World Series of Birding in Cape May, New Jersey. And our goal was going to be just to look for female birds. And it seemed, kind of ridiculous at first because, of course, if you're in a competition, you're going to try to see as many birds as you can. And if you're only looking at females and only counting that, you're not going to win the competition. But we went all in on it, and it was an amazing, fun time. And it just, got us all excited to keep bringing awareness and attention to female birds. We saw that a lot of people that were participating in the competition, also got excited about this topic. And we were not able to participate the year after that because it was 2020 pandemic, of course, and we decided instead to shift our focus to inventing a female bird day and going out and just sharing our love of female birds, posting to social media, and it really was successful in getting a lot of people engaged. A lot of people were posting what kind of female birds they were seeing, and yeah, it all just started there.
Excellent. I love that myself too. We do not focus on the female birds when you go on a bird walk a lot of times. And I was very excited to see this movement taking off. And then when I got my job here at Audubon and we decided to do a podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to talk about Female Bird Day.
Yes.
So I did notice that in January of 2025, you were one of the co-authors for a paper in IBIS. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is all about?
Sure. Yeah. And so after our group of Galbatrosses that was our team name from the World Series, after a few years of our, getting together, getting excited about female birds, it actually became a spark for one of our members, Joanna Wu. She decided that she was going to pursue her PhD and just focus on, elements of, female bird research, interactions between female birds and how they're affected by climate change. And so she is now, a PhD student at UCLA. And so she really led the charge to um, co coalesce all the information that we had been researching, topics of like why identifying female birds and paying attention to them in conservation research is really important. And so that's how this all came about. She really led the charge, and our other collaborators as part of the Galbatrosses, Brooke Bateman, Martha Harbison, and Prabita Saha. The five of us were a part of this paper, though Joanna really did most of the leadership on this and pulling a lot of this together. But what came out of it is a nice summary of what we currently know about female birds, what kind of research has been happening. A lot of really exciting work about looking into female bird song,
Mm.
because a lot of people think that only male birds sing. So just bringing that back to awareness that female birds can sing too. Not all of them necessarily, but there is a lot of female bird song out there. And researching female birds and paying attention to the different behaviors and conservation needs that the different sexes have can be really important for conservation at a higher level because female birds and male birds that we often see together on the breeding grounds here in the US, they may actually use different habitat during migration or during the wintering. So if you're only paying attention to one sex, then you might miss out on um, uh, key habitat needs that also are important for female birds. Because if you're only paying attention to one sex, of course, then you're not going to conserve the species as a whole. And on top of that, female birds actually don't live as long as males. So
Oh,
that's also really important when you're thinking about conservation and making sure that female birds and as well as males have what they need to survive and thrive.
wow, that is interesting. I didn't know that about female birds. Oh, that's very cool. I will put a link to the paper in our show notes so people can read through that. And I know you guys have a WordPress website, I think, that talks about the Galbatrosses and Female Bird Day. Um,
Yes. Yeah, you can check out our website and learn more about what we've been up to. We're hoping to put out some more information about what kind of events we'll be hosting this year and follow along. We have an Instagram account as well that we just got started. So we're hoping to post on that some more and highlight some exciting things that are happening this spring. We'll be participating in the World Series again for
yeah.
the first time since 2019. Yeah, so we'll have a lot of adventures to share.
Oh, well, wonderful. I know here at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center, we are also going to be doing a bird walk inspired by the Galbatrosses, and we're going to be focusing on finding female birds on our bird walk on that weekend. And we're going to do a presentation as well about what we're finding out about researching female birds, which one of the really interesting things is that female birds sing. And I find that really fascinating because we didn't
Yes,
for a long time, like you said, thought just the males were out there being ostentatious and singing. So,
right.
well,
Very
thank you,
cool.
Stephanie, for spending some time with us. Is there any last words of wisdom you'd like to give us about female birds or inspiring people to get out there and look for those females?
Sure. Well, we're getting into spring right now, and this is the best time to look for female birds because some species, the sexes, if they look alike, they might have difference in behaviors when it comes to nesting. So that is something that you can start looking for is birds collecting nesting material. Here in Wisconsin, the American robin, of course, is one where only the female collects the nesting material and puts the nest together. So that's one way to look for female birds, though it might not be the case for all species. There's so many differences, and that's what makes it fun, right?
Nice. Well, that is a good tip. And once again, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.